Welcome back to another triangle strategy.
Roland and House Wolffort succeed in reclaiming Glenbrook, but they cannot rest easy, for new dilemmas threaten to tear the kingdom apart.
Just from the inside, starting with Patriot and some other things, but that's the biggest concern as of last episode. Roland pretty much dispatched the guy and was labeled a tyrant, so how is he gonna manage to win the citizens and people of Glenbrook again? We will find out.
For one, the secret of Serenoa's birth come to light with Lord Simone's passing.
And one of the two big reveal, which is he's actually the son of King Regna, and the other is the truth about Norzel, how the entire Norzelia is actually the sea dried up.
Meanwhile, the newly crowned King Roland struggles to reconcile his ideals with reality after punishing the Royalists. Finally, there's the truth about the Roselle and the untapped salt crystals buried within the earth, revealed in a book to Frederica from her late mother. None of these revelations have an easy solution. As all parties discuss the matters, they receive word that the survivors of the Aesfrosti army are gathering at the Great Norzelian Mines.
So that's our next destination. We're gonna head towards the mine and secure the area.
Forced to put all else aside to focus on driving out their foe, Serenoa and his comrades steel themselves for battle.
Sleep, my friend. Someone gonna die?
The remnants of the Aesfrosti forces are gathering at the Great Norzelian Mines. Or perhaps I should say they are rallying there, preparing to defend it to the last.
Something tells me you're right. Gustadolf may have used Lord Dragan's murder as pretext for invading Glenbrook. Yet I believe his true aim was to seize control, not of our kingdom, but of the mines.
Once Glenbrook fell to them, Aesfrost did indeed continue mining operations, with notable zeal. Apparently, they transported huge shipments of what they excavated to the duchy, too.
You mean iron ore?
One would assume as much, but we do not know for certain. They say only a chosen few were allowed to have anything to do with the mining or transport.
Odd, ain't it? Granted, the iron from the Great Norzelian Mines is supposed to be decent stuff.
But the Duchy has access to plenty of other iron mines of comparable quality. They've certainly no need to go to such pains to obtain resources from this one.
You reckon there's something special about it?
What my mother wrote of must be true.
I've returned from scouting the Great Norzelian Mines. There were no signs of miners or couriers anywhere. The enemy's numbers do not appear that great, but the soldiers were occupied with some task within the mine. I cannot say exactly how many they are.
Thank you, Hewitt. Well done. Well, there you have it. The Aesfrosti army is scheming something at the mines. Whatever they are planning, we cannot allow them to continue unchallenged.
Then let us reclaim the Great Norzelian Mines. And in doing so, we shall discover the Duchy's aims in due course.
Without Serenoa, so I guess still have huge doubts about him, rightfully so, because he's pretty much an instrument to whatever they're planning.
Glenbrook has withdrawn from the sanctions and reopened trade with us.
King Roland is truly a man of his word.
Furthermore, during the battle for the Crown City, our forces sustained nary a scratch, while the Aesfrosti were all but crushed. We could not have asked for a more auspicious outcome.
An outcome that would not have been possible without the Elfric we supplied them. Still, Minister Serenoa and House Wolffort must be given credit for aiding in our victory.
Minister Exham, how strange to hear you lavish such praise upon another.
I am only speaking truth. Leaving Minister Serenoa in Glenbrook's hands is unwise.
I agree. As one of the Saintly Seven, he belongs here with us.
Of course. We shall bring him under our thumb. The Holy One has plans for the young lord. Making him our creature has the added benefit of bringing his entire domain under Byzantine rule.
But I doubt His Majesty will be so willing to part with him.
Oh, indeed. And yet King Roland owes us a great debt. Which will be all the greater after we help him rebuild the Crown City. We will so overwhelm him with generosity, he will be unable to refuse us anything.
They pretty much have all the resources to offer.
So, you mean to seize Glenbrook as well, Minister Edor? Somehow I am unsurprised.
I seek nothing more than to spread the goddesses' grace and wisdom.
We know how much of a villain they are if the story of Orlea is true.
To Glenbrook and even Aesfrost, until her divine protection shelters Norzelia in its entirety. That is what the goddess desires, and therefore, what the Hierophant desires as well.
Twinsgates. I see something about the Svarog.
Is this all of it?
Yes, my lord. This is all the cargo we were able to carry. Our comrades at the mine should be putting the final touches on everything right about now.
And why is no one telling me what is happening? I don't even know what cargo you are hauling.
We're only following Archduke Gustadolf's orders, my lord.
Yes, I understand that. Stop your sniveling. Perhaps you may have heard the Archduke has summoned me to Ironstone. This may be the last time I serve at this fort. As such, I would like to show my appreciation for everything you've done. Do you have a moment?
The sentiment is appreciated, my lord, but the Archduke insisted we make haste.
And did he also insist you spit in the face of his uncle's generosity?
No, my lord. Of course not.
That's one way to catch him.
I meant no disrespect. We shan't refuse your gracious offer.
Come with me.
Can all that cargo truly be naught but iron ore? I suppose I shall have to find out what it is for myself.
There's probably salt in there. So here we are, exploration phase. We've reached the mines. Before that, let's wipe out character stories.
Lord Serenoa, may I speak with you?
About that noblewoman, yes? Eridor's told me what happened.
Forgive me. I know that I should have waited for your orders before acting. But I could not leave that woman to her devices. The longer the war goes on, the more the people suffer. I imagine their feelings toward their rulers must be souring. In spite of this, that woman tried to use your name to wrest their food away.
And we know the biggest of them who did that is Patriot.
Had we let her go free, people would have thought she was acting on your orders, and their mistrust of you would have only grown. I believed we had to show them that soldiers stand for justice and acted. I accept whatever punishment you deem fit.
There will be no punishment, for you have committed no wrong.
My lord.
Anna looked into her. It seems that woman's ill repute dates back to her days in Glenbrook. Likely, she thought to obfuscate her misdeeds in the Crown City by hiding within my troops. But she wasn't able to conceal her true self in the end. I suppose she thought to earn my favor with the stolen food. Unfortunately for her, she misjudged my principles.
Lord Serenoa.
Forgive me for my oversight in this matter. I shall take all necessary precautions to ensure nothing like it happens again.
So, you aren't upset with me for throwing a noble woman in jail?
Had I been in your position, I would have done the very same. For her misdeeds in Glenbrook and the crime you caught her committing, I shall order her banished at once. She will never again be welcome in the Wolffort domain. Let it serve as a deterrent to any others who would prey upon the common people. It is rare that I meet someone so committed to holding those of high birth accountable for their actions.
He's probably a commoner. Reminds you of Machias from Cold Steel.
I hope he will continue to do so. House Wolffort must be a house the people can trust.
Of course, my lord. You have my word. I knew I made the right choice. Unlike Patriot, Lord Serenoa is a man worth serving. Yes, I finally found where I am meant to be. I cannot rest on my laurels. Yes, I must serve my new lord as best I can.
Alright, here we are, the exploration and the battle soon after, I think.
Were those the only ones?
I do not understand. There were far more soldiers here when I came scouting.
They've mined more since the last time we were here. Perhaps the enemy is further within.
Likely that's the case. But navigating these twisted tunnels ain't gonna be fun.
Indeed, the enemy may be waiting to ambush us around any corner. I advise we familiarize ourselves with the nearby tunnels before we head any deeper into the mine, Lord Serenoa.
Agreed. Let's take care to cover our tracks while we look around.
It appears Aesfrost has put a lot of effort into the mines. They've installed quite a number of mining carts, perhaps to transport large quantities of ore. Let us investigate the area further, but we must be on our guard. There's no telling if or when the enemy will strike. We might be able to ride the minecarts to get through the tunnels quickly. Let me see if they work. You might even be able to use them against enemies. Look out, Erdur. Whoa, the cart. Yeah, whoa, for real. Phew, that was a close one. Thanks for that, lad. Let us proceed with caution. I would hate for anyone to get hurt by one of those carts. Okay, it's good that we can use it against enemies and in battle. Scatter treasures first. There should be 7 lying around. Ooh. We can call onto them like that. Let's have a bit of fun. That's 3. That's 4. Five. 6. Is this one of Lord Dragan's explosives? Oh. They're all along the tunnel walls. We must be careful. Maybe we can use that in battle too. And 7. So that's all the treasures. It looks like mining continued even after Dragan was killed. I cannot help but wonder if this is what Gustadolf wanted from the start. And ladders. Yen's probably a good character to use in this battle. These cards may prove useful in the event of a battle. Thankfully, I have yet to see any trace of the enemy. I think now a good time for us to glean the position of the carts. Oh, so however we position them actually is gonna be retained. There may still be survivors. We cannot let our guard down. Just what is Aesfrost's aim? It's a good hint by Benedict. We don't know when the enemy will strike, but when they do, we can utilize these minecarts to fight back. We just got to make sure we don't hit any of ours. I suppose the number of minecarts indicates how much work the Duchy has done in these tunnels. To think they've come so far in so short a time, it makes me wonder what their hurry is. And I think they can use it too, so we can't give them... But we don't really know where they're gonna pop up. So I'm probably just gonna put it near the starting position. There were more people here when I came scouting. My guess is that they are hiding within the tunnels now. They may be planning an ambush. We should see if there's anything we can use to our advantage around here. The mines were meant to be a symbol of a new age of peace between the three nations, yet it feels no more than a distant dream now. And more, in fact, it triggered a war, you could assume. What do you think should be done with the mines now, my friend? Yeah, what do we do with the mines? I don't know. Should I go liberty or more utility? I'd probably go more liberty, since we've grinded utility and we also decided on utility answers on the last exploration by the gardens. So I believe it's this one. I suppose you're right. There's no reason for me to fret over the mines right now. But don't you think something seems amiss? The Duchy's behavior surrounding the mines is odd to say the least. Agreed. I think a thorough investigation of the tunnels is in order. Right, and in order to do so, we must first make sure they are clear of Aesfrosti soldiers. Those Aesfrosti dogs are hiding somewhere around here. We need to flush them out, then recapture the mine. It doesn't make any sense. Troops should be stationed at the entrance, regardless of whether you want to defend or abandon the mines. So why are the soldiers hiding in the tunnels? Or maybe it's a trap. This makes sense. In which case, we may be able to avoid the battle by calling for their surrender. On the other hand, a cornered beast is likely to lash out in desperation. We had best be careful. Indeed, we cannot let our guard down. No matter what Aesfrost is scheming, we will give them no quarter. We must keep going. Gonna visit the encampment real quick and see if there's some books we can buy. And I know we can upgrade some. No books to buy, but we can promote. We know Benedict's going if we go for morality ending. Any benefit to upgrading Anna versus Roland? No, pretty much stats for Anna. She don't need more TP. Roland might. Sight set. Inheritor. Oh, so if I have 5 after upgrading him, I can give that all to another person. Nah, I'll just give it to Roland. Let's give it to Roland. Looks rad with that blue cape though.
On my honor as king.
Spring in your step. So really big movement. So off screen, just a heads up, I'm gonna do the mental mock battles and grind a bit the other units we got, which is Ezana and Archibald. But before we get there and prepare for the next episode's battle, we gotta position the carts randomly, I would say, because like I said, I don't really know where they're gonna pop up. So make sure it's close to us. Well, we don't even know if the entrance is where we're gonna start with. But we have ladders there. That's as good as ours. Let's keep it there. Got one more over here. Where's this one going? Oh. That's the one. It's a really far one. Probably to our advantage if it's over there. Should be fine. There are explosives everywhere. I have a bad feeling about this, so it might be really a trap. I just hope we can also use this explosive against them.
Benedict, these spheres everywhere. Unless I'm mistaken, they're explosives.
Yes, a means Lord Dragan devised for breaking through the bedrock. They aren't as powerful as blast crystals, but they are simple to set and can be manipulated to go off at the same time.
Reckon I'll go collect whatever charges are left, my lord. Just to be safe.
Thank you. I do not find it strange that there are explosives in a mine, only that they have been left here.
Indeed. As deadly as they are, one would hope they were stored more safely.
You'd think the miners would have put them at the far end of the tunnel if they meant to use them.
But they're everywhere, along the whole length.
If they were to detonate, the entire tunnel would collapse.
Then they must have been left here on purpose.
Intruders! Get them!
The Aesfrosti army!
He's gonna trigger something. Anyways,